yes, the glorious purpose of spending hours on PowerPoint presentations.
If you want to spend less time in PowerPoint and create better presentations the newer, faster, cooler way, then check out this demo from Darby. Enjoy.
If you enjoy creating presentations in PowerPoints, then this video is not for you, because I'm going to be sharing how you can create presentations in a tool called Gamma in a fraction of the time that you can with PowerPoint. All right, we are getting ready to kick it off here inside of Gamma. Once you go to gamma.app, you'll be able to create an account. You can get started for free. And when you go to create your first thing, presentation, website, document, social media post, this is where you're going to start. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to get started by just knowing a URL. And for the example over the next few minutes here is going to be having an idea for a product that I'm going to pitch internally to my company and show the benefits as to why it's going to be a great product for us. The example I'm going to use is a tool called Descript. And you can see, if you haven't used Descript in the past, it is a AI video editing studio. You can create videos with AI, edit them like a Google document, and use their AI underlord to help with creating content. And I use it actively. I love Descript. And if I were to pitch this internally to my team, I want to pitch why it's going to be beneficial to our company. And maybe I want my boss to pay for this as a tool that I don't have to have come out of my own pocket. And I want to share why this is going to be something that can be utilized inside of our presentation workflow. So Gamma is just quickly verifying my account. They got a lot of security measures in place, used by 50 million people at businesses of all sizes. So you can see that they have their security in place. And I'm going to start with importing this URL to create that. So I'm going to simply upload the URL for Descript. And what that's going to do is start to intake that content. I believe you can do this as well with Google documents, importing directly from Drive, Google Slides. You can see a number of the other options there. But now I want to go ahead and click Create Presentation. I could also do web page, document, or social, but I'm going to start with presentation, and I'm going to give it additional context. Now, what you can see, it brought in all the context from Descript's homepage. It went out and scraped it and brought it in. I'm creating in the upper right-hand corner a presentation for why my boss should buy Descript for our video editing and production team. We do contents around AI for productivity. So we want to share why it will help us. And so the next thing I'm going to do is actually go ahead on the left-hand side now and click Generate. What this is going to do is allow me to write it for somebody specific and a tone of voice that it is already sharing here with me. And then I also have the option to select images from stock images to AI generated from the web, other illustrations and that sort of thing. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select don't add images. And I'm going to click Generate. Now, what I want to do is keep it at 8 cards, but I could also bump it up to 10, click Continue. And from here, I have the option to pick my theme. Now, if you have already been using a tool like Gamma, you know that you can set up custom themes where you can add different projects that you're working on here. But if you didn't have a custom theme, or you just wanted to go really quickly, you could scan through on the right-hand side exactly the types of themes to pick one that matches your brand, or at least is close enough to start. And for this example, I'm going to go ahead and choose bubblegum. And so selecting this presentation in this style, in this theme, I will go ahead and click Generate and let Gamma do its thing. So what we can see here, it is generating this presentation that I can pitch to my boss about why Descript would be a good tool for our company to use in our video editing process. And I'm generating 80 or 90% of the initial draft right out the gate. I will caveat all of this with, if you spend the time coming into here with an outline and additional research and putting the organization of all the content together, you're going to actually save yourself a lot of time, probably more of that time than going in and finding that information, then adding it in all after you generate the slide. The work that you can do ahead of time will go ahead and set you up for success, which is at least getting your document to the point where you can start to, edit and modify things. And once you're in here is really where that post-production side of getting the AI generated version of this up, it can get started very quickly, very easily, but you also have the option to move things around, delete things you don't want. And there's a lot of different templates and different styles of cards you can choose from. If you select the right-hand side, you'll see you have titles with bullets, 4 columns, 3 columns. You can also ask their AI, add a card with AI. I'm going to say, create a card about why this is awesome for our editing, because we spend 100 hours a month, but could cut that down to 10 time with Descript. Okay, so I'm going to edit it and let Gamma's AI create a slide just with my additional prompt. And again, all of these images right here are actually custom pieces for this theme that you can incorporate your own custom images that can get generated when you spend a little bit more time setting up one of these custom presentation templates. But we're right here, Descript will transform it, create high quality AI videos. So again, it's coming up with all this information based on what I gave it about Descript. And again, in this case, I am going to be pitching this internally to my company. And in just a matter of a few minutes, I've created this first version of my draft. It's pulling this information, these visuals from somewhere, powerful AI features for our team, right? So if I'm editing somebody's face, studio sound, eye contact, translation, auto captions, perfect for our content strategy. So you can do product demos. And so I'm going in now and showing all the benefits to what this tool in particular can do for our team. And if I'm pitching this to my boss and he has to look at the budget or, figure out if this is something that makes sense to add, 10 different seats on, depending on the size of your team and how many people are going to be involved. This is one way that you can get that out there and present it in a matter of, again, minutes. And it included all of this. This is just the first draft. This is a matter of seconds that this was all created from an existing link and a little bit of context. And context is going to be key here for what is going to make a standout presentation versus one that is just going to kind of be dull and not hit the points. What you don't want to have happen is have AI come into here without any real context. You could start and create a very basic presentation very quickly with Gamma, but it's really important to bring in your own organization, your own structure, whether you're using ChatGPT, whether you're using Claude, whether you're using Gemini or a number of other AI research assistants that can help you with gather and organize information. It's really important that the more time you're spending, once you get in here, want to really get the most out of a tool like Gamma, is to do that research beforehand so that you can make sure that it's going to stay on track with the right types of content that are going to lead to a better overall outcome. And if you can do that quickly and then bring that into Gamma, it is really adding a superpower level, a superpower to you and allowing you to operate as a human inside of the production process at a entirely different level. And extremely powerful and helpful and useful when you know how to utilize something like Gamma. So again, when you get started, log into your Gamma account, create with Gamma. You can paste in text, you can generate with one line to one prompt in a few seconds, or you can import files, and you have all these different options to be able to leverage this powerful tool to save you time, to keep you out of the PowerPoint weeds or wherever else you may be making your slides right now. I hope that you find this information helpful in seeing the power of what Gamma can do and give it a shot to see how Gamma works and helps you.